Hello there, it's Sandy, and I'm back at the Babylock Solaris 3 working on some machine embroidery. And I'm working on this, as you can see, the train from Embroidery Library. And so I've saved the last two colors for you guys. So whoever watches, I figured I'll get it going and then share what I did. So I'm using my favorite sweatshirt from Time and True that I find at Walmart, and you can usually get them pretty cheap. So well, they're like $10 if you wait for the end of the season sale, but normally they're still only like $13, I think. So so I got that in the hoop. It's in a 9.5 by 9.5 hoop. It's got some medium weight cutaway in the back and water soluble on top, stabilizer. And I did not float any tearaway this time in the back, and it's just stitching out beautifully. So it might have worked okay with the no-show mesh, but you're always taking a risk when the stitch is so dense. And this train is dense. I enlarged it from what let me make sure. Okay, it's cutting. I wanted to make sure it was cutting, but I enlarged it from what the design that I got, which was, let's see, does it say here? Yeah, 7 by 8, 8 by 6 by 7, and I enlarged it to 8.74 by 7.5. So it requires 22 thread color changes, and by enlarging it, I increased my count for stitches to 57,619. It takes 91 minutes, so that's why I don't share the whole thing with you, because I've been at this for, I don't know, a couple hours. It'll be by the time I'm done, but I really wanted to do this train, so it's almost done. The color that I don't really care for is the one that the machine picked for the orange. And sometimes it's hard for me to see like what it's going to stitch out using, even though I'm using the color that it chose, like the part of the design. So I guess I was thinking that the orange wouldn't be so prominent, but I think that when it does the black outline, it's going to be fine. It's going to look cute. Because there is some orange. It's like a red orange. I probably should have used my red orange instead of that orange that the machine picked. But I think I still like it. And I'm glad that I just used the cutaway on the back. It seems to be really liking that stabilizer combination. So it's good. Everything is going good, knock wood. I'm using a red tip 14 needle, and the package says Janome on it. I got a bunch of them from my wonderful sister, and I'm using them up because my friend told me, I was having trouble with some of the Schmetz needles that I got, and I got so many Schmetz needles. They break, and I have all kinds of problems with them. I never used to till I started doing machine embroidery, and I don't know whether, I just think it's this machine, because my other machine seems to like them. So I was getting organ needles, and my machine really liked them. And then when I talked to a friend, she said that she used those red tip, and this machine also loves those. So it's all working well. So it's actually, the last time I looked at the clock, it was about 11:15 at night. So I'm sure it's got to be midnight. I haven't checked the clock in a while. And so I'm having fun in my pajamas, and just, you know what? That's sometimes we do that when we're crafting late. And we still can be comfortable. So Yeah, it's almost done with this red, and then it's just got the black, and then I'll be done. And I think if you stick around, I will take that water soluble off like I did last time. That Santa with the snowman just turned out so good. I really, really love it. And I already gave it away. So that's the one in the last video, in case you didn't watch. That one was from Embroidery Library as well. So this is the black. Okay, here we go. Now, I can move you in closer for that. Maybe I could even get you over it. There we go. Sorry if you were too far back there. I'm kind of out of it because it's late and I'm tired. And I debated whether I should even share, but I talked about doing this, so I figured if anybody wants to see it, I will share. Now it's going to town. Stitching away. Really love this job it's doing. I noticed at the top there, like this picture again is against a black background. If you look at those trees in the back, they're like dark, and I guess that makes sense because when you're looking, the farther away things get, the darker they get. So it's lighter in the front and darker in the back. So whoever designed this really did a good job. I was thinking that, gosh, you can't really see those trees, but when I thought about it, it's like, well, it's really realistic in how they designed it. So this is the fun part when we get to see it come to life. And it's all, well, it's 11 minutes of stitching, so it is kind of a long time, but it'll go fast. And it's, for me, it's fun to watch it do the outline because it just really comes to life. Hopefully I'm going to move it a little bit. See better? There, that's better. So now after I do this sweatshirt, this one is actually for me, then I'm going to start working on towels. Yay, I get to do something different. I have to find a little bit softer medium weight tearaway. I used some old stuff I had because it was just for me, and I think it was like an off-brand because I just needed to get it, and I usually get it from my local sewing center, this sewing source in Lake Villa. They're a small business in Lake Villa that I always try to shop at. And sometimes you just gotta grab things when you're there and wherever you are. And then I know my sister, she gave me a lot of things she wasn't using, so I'll see now I'm really liking the orange. They're looking like it's really coming, like making the whole thing brighter. Wow, this is gorgeous. So I've used up most of what she gave me, and then when I go to the sewing source, to the I go to the embroidery club on a monthly basis. It's a club that they have, and every month we do something fun, learn something new, and sometimes they always have a drawing at the end, like a raffle. And I know I've won some stabilizers there. I just keep forgetting about one that is really big that I put next to my machine. It's called Floriani Hoop and Go Heat and Stay. So it must be feasible. Yeah, it's feasible. I haven't used that yet. I have a whole shoe rack of stabilizer. Well, it's not a rack. It's like one of those shoe bags. It works pretty well because I'm in a pretty tight, cramped space. And so I just slide them all in there, and then I've got, just recently when I was at my local sewing center. See if I can show you. I have these to put around the stabilizers so they don't come unraveled, and then I label them with a marker. That's handy. I'm going to use my, I saw a thread and then now I don't see it. Where did it go? Maybe it's my eyeball. Oh, here it is. There we go. I love this. It's my favorite trimmer, but it's starting to get dull. It's made by Famore, and it's a really nice spring-loaded scissors. It's good for applique, good for trimming threads, but because I use it so much, it's getting dull, so I asked them if there was a way to sharpen it, and they said that if we could send them there and get them sharpened. So I have to do that. I think they're tricky to sharpen because the blades are so small. But I also asked if there was like a way we could do it, because I hate having to send it there. I hate having to take it to be sharpened. I'd rather just use the little sharpener I have. I know sometimes you gotta sharpen your scissors, but like these I use so often, and I think I've got 3 of them. That's talking about this thing. And I guess I just have to box them up and send them off. I did get a sharpener. It's nothing fancy. It's just to help me get through it. And in between those periods where you take them in versus, sometimes you just want to do it, have it done right away because you're in the middle of a project. But it's easier to just take them to get them done. I just forget. See how that train is coming to life? Wow. When the black is filled in there, the orange doesn't look so bad. I really like it. I love orange. I love orange and yellow and red. I mean, I really love all the colors, but like, I remember when I was a young girl, I used to always grab the orange and yellow and orange red crayons and midnight blue. So it was always fun. Do you remember coloring when you were little, and did you have any favorite colors? Just curious. I love color. It's so cheerful. I always seem to need to be around a lot of color. I've done every craft that I've done has always involved a lot of color. Card making with the ink pads and the paper, bead making, machine embroidery, fabric. It's like, but I've made so many things I couldn't even tell you what. I'm sure you are all the same out there, fellow crafters. Oh, I got 3 minutes. 3 minutes left. I don't think it's going to outline the trees. It's just mostly the train, it looks like. And the track. fun to see how they actually digitize patterns. I mean, this, when I think about all the work that goes into digitizing, like just this one design, I don't know that I have that in me. I know it would be fun to get the software and try, but I think there's so many people that are so good at it that the question is why? Why would I do that to myself? Well, has anybody out there tried digitizing their own designs? I mean, I've had fun using IQ Designer, just working on simple things. Two minutes. I'm still hearing the squeak. Tell me if you hear the squeak. I don't think it's a figment of my imagination. One minute. I've never had a machine make that noise. I wonder if I should try a different embroidery foot. See how dense it is? It's like pulling up on the fabric, but it's not warping or anything. So this is medium weight cutaway in the back. And it says it's 91 minutes total. 22 thread color changes, 57,690 stitches. Like usual, I'll tear off the water soluble on the top, cut away the medium weight cutaway in the back, give it a little press, and then it'll be ready for me. Yay! This is in honor of my mom and my brother who decided to go to the next world, heaven, in 2022, and they both had a love for trains. My dad too, but my brother had this really big train collection. It was amazing. And my mom in her 90s would set up her little tiny train in her bedroom. It was so cute. She just inspired everyone. She was almost 99 years old when she passed. 99 years old. She was pretty much, I mean, she was mostly independent. She just did assisted living, and she lived with my brother and me. We shared. She had a room at each of our houses, and she would spend 2 weeks by me and 2 weeks by them, and then got sick. So, but yeah, she was almost 99, 2 weeks shy. So this is for you guys. I'll wear it in honor of them. It's for you. I'm talking to them as if they're here, but they're not. They're in heaven. I'm gonna get ready to back you up. I think I'll start taking these out. It says it's at 91 minutes, so it should be done. I love this scissors too. Where'd it go? This was one of our gifts one year in the embroidery club, and it, what is it? Oh, can't read it. It's so tiny in there, but it's the same as the other scissors I've got. Let's see here. Karen Key. What is it? Buckley? Beckley? I need a magnifying glass. They're both the same ones, and I just love it. This big one, I like to use that one when I'm doing applique in the hoop, cutting the fabrics, and then this one is good for cutting things here and threads, and those 3 scissors. They're my favorite. Okay, it's done. Thank you. All right, so I'm going to back you up. See if I can. There, that's better. Here it is. And you can't really see it good because it's got that glare. What? From the water-soluble stabilizer. Well, I'm going to be ready for bed tonight, that's for sure. And I have lots of work to do this weekend. Okay. Oh, one more pin. I really pinned it up. I really like using those bent quilting pins because they're not so hard on my fingers to get them through the fabric. And I'm pulling out the sleeves. I'll show you in a second. I'm sure I'm going to have to wet it down because there's lots of little nooks and crannies on this one where the water soluble is, you know, the trees where it's, what do they call that, embossed? Kind of embossed instead of totally stitched down, but like all of this is good. My more tweezers, I cannot grab that. Well, anyway, I think you get the idea. And then will use my spray and get that water soluble out of there. I could do that quick. There, let it melt a little bit. Then I get my microfiber towel. And I get this the chalk marks off. The water soluble. Rub that off. I'll throw this rag in the wash when I'm done. The chalk is coming off good. Oh, there's more down here. Oh, you can really see the train tracks better. I didn't realize how much was still showing in the train track. So these trees, I think when it dries, the green in the trees will show up better. But see, this green here is like like an evergreen color because it's dark in the very back part of the picture. But it turned out really good. I think it turned out really good. So now I'll be off to the other side of my table to cut away the back of it. So hope you enjoyed it. And thanks for watching. If you liked my channel, give the video a like. Share with a friend, make a comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Just doing this for fun, sharing my journey using the Babylock Solaris. This is the same as the Vision because it's had the upgrades. The Solaris 3 shows Solaris 2 on when it boots up in the screen and on the front of the machine, but it's the same as there. I think I got it all. That's it. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Thank you. Bye.